Are y'all tapped into what took place yesterday on Twitter? So Kendrick Lamar fans unleashed absolute chaos on the Rory and Maul podcast over their Grammy take.
We can go back to Rap Album of the Year. Do we feel like they missed anything? I was not mad at all the nominations this year, to be quite honest.
Before we get into that,
you know what's gonna piss me off? When the official nominees for Best Rap Album at the 2026 Grammys are Let God Sort 'Em Out by The Clips, Glorious by Glorilla, God Does Like Ugly by JID, GNX by Kendrick Lamar, Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. GNX is going to sweep and it's going to piss me off because The Clips deserves to win. And that's not Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
Until I opened up that Blue app, I didn't even know that this was a controversial take. Because when Clips dropped their album, it was universally agreed upon this was the best album of the year. Now, GNX dropped towards the end of 2024, so it still counts towards this year. But that Clips album was phenomenal. So anybody thinking, hey, this album should get it, I didn't understand that it was controversial. That's until I hopped on Twitter, man. And Kendrick fans were not happy about this, bruh. Now, to be fair to Kendrick Lamar fans, this was not all they said. I think Rory called Kendrick Lamar a Grammy darling.
Jamal.
Where's your
Jamal?
I'm just saying the boy is prophetic. That's all I'm saying.
He's a Grammy darling. That goes without saying. Do we think Alfredo 2 should have been in here?
Absolutely.
Okay, but what do we take out?
GNX.
I mean, congrats to everyone in this category. I think they'll give it to Clips, Let God Sort 'Em Out, but won't give it to him in the Album of the Year category. I don't think they'll snub the Clips twice. Predictions, I'm going Clips. Damaris, you say GNX. Maul.
Predictions, not who you think should win.
Predictions? Oh, Kendrick.
Yeah, I think.
You know that. We know. We know.
What would y'all's preference be? Who do you think should win?
Clips.
Yeah, Clips.
Clips. I'm going with Clips too.
Clips for sure.
There used to be a time in rap where you could give a music take and a music take would just be a music take. Not no more, man. And I'm not just going to blame Kendrick Lamar fans, or in fact, it's not even the fans, because the fans, for the most part, just care about good music. I would say the stands, the bots. I'm not just going to blame them because the bots exist on both sides as well. There are Drake stands, there are Drake bots that Drake can't do no wrong. Drake can literally drop something that we can all recognize, okay, this is pretty trash, but this is the best song ever. Drake is a victim at all times in their eyes. Same thing with Kendrick stands and Kendrick bots, right? There's this era of being fair and impartial don't exist anymore, bro. If you are fair, depending on who the fan base is, they look at you as an op on the other side, bro. So if you say, man, I really love Kendrick Lamar's music, man, but I don't think he should win over the Clips, they look at you now as if they will look at the Aubrey stand, the Drake stand. You're an op. When Rory called Kendrick Lamar a Grammy darling, I didn't really see that as a diss. And the only reason there's a negative connotation to Grammy darling is due to the assumption or the implication of what you believe a Grammy darling is. All a Grammy darling really is somebody who makes music that probably favors to what the Grammy grading system is. However, when you hear Grammy darling, you automatically assume, right, there's an implication that this wasn't earned, that this was given, this is biased, this is not something that they have earned. When that's not the case at all. No, I just think Rory believes, Kendrick Lamar makes music that, that's favored by the Grammys grading system. So hence, he's always going to get awards because he's one of the Grammy darlings, right? They love to reward Kendrick Lamar with Grammys. I don't feel like that's a diss per se. Now, when that clip hit the internet, it was over with, bro. Okay? They went at both Damaris and Rory. For the most part, because they believed that Damaris and Rory was somewhat on their side, or they were Kendrick leaning in their commentary over the last year. Maul, they already knew, man, Maul's an OVO guy. He's out of here, bro. So because they felt hoodwinked or they felt traded on by Rory and Damaris, the Kendrick Lamar fans took the last 24 hours to try to ruin their lives. In the case of Damaris, they doxed her family. They doxed her. They actually forced her off the internet. After threatening to private her Twitter, she decided that she was just going to delete it altogether Because apparently she had personal information on her Twitter. She had Twitter for about 10 plus years now. So it's really hard to go through every single media, every single tweet and figure out which type of personal identifying information is on here that could, trace back to my family. So she just took down her entire Twitter, bro. Right? That's how vicious people were coming at her. Some of y'all got to get a life, man. Doxing somebody's family members over a musical opinion is, who in their right mind sits with themselves and say, hey, I'm about to cause chaos and pain and dox somebody's family members because they don't like my favorite rapper? What is wrong with y'all? This is like sick stand activities that we didn't really see in hip hop until the last year and a half. And you tell me what was the cause of the stand wars we're currently watching, right? Now, what makes the Damaris situation even worse was so people were online trying to discredit Damaris' opinion about she believes that Clips should win this. Damaris like, yo, I'm not biased, right? Like, I'm partial. I don't hate Kendrick Lamar. I like Kendrick Lamar's music. I'm a fan of Kendrick Lamar. But then people began to accuse her of hating Kendrick Lamar secretly. More specifically, saying things like, I hate his voice. Damaris couldn't understand why people were saying she hated Kendrick Lamar and even dared one fan to provide the receipts that she ever said she hated Kendrick Lamar.
Change our minds. We're not Kendrick Lamar fans. I've said on every platform possible, I hate the way Kendrick Lamar raps. I hate the sound of his voice.
Same. I hate his voice.
I hate his voice. And I will not listen to him again simply because I hate the sound of his voice. It does not take away from the talent.
That's wild. Now, at that point, whatever they are accusing you of, Baby D, you got to hold it, man. They got you. You got to hold. Now, that's hate. That is hate, okay? Now, I don't quite possibly see how somebody can go from that to partial, all right? Or from that to a neutral arbitrator in this beef. And on no sides, I'm only in the middle, which, for the most, listen, man, all right, not everybody got to be objective, right? But I feel like where people kind of would get angry. See, Maul don't get no type of backlash because, man, listen, man, all right? I'm Team OVO. I'm a B Team OVO. I'm not changing. That's Maul's perspective. When you play the middle or play the 50-50 or try to play objectivity, well, then you get this level of backlash because they feel hoodwinked. They feel like they've been lied to. But still, it's no excuse to dox like this woman. Like, that's not, like y'all are weirdos for that, okay? Weirdos, okay? Now, Damaris' explanation for this didn't really make it any better. Because essentially what she told the audience was, hey, don't take my opinion seriously. Which, no, you are a podcaster. You're somebody who's respected. Like, I respect Damaris. I respect her opinions. We should take your opinion seriously, and you shouldn't say things that you don't mean.
But I don't just say things I don't believe for the sake of conversation. Sometimes I say something I know y'all, I post a video like, yo, they not gonna like this one, but it's gonna be sad. But I'm not just saying BS for the sake of conversation. So she's admitting her podcast, or at least her, will just say anything for the sake of conversation. So she's trying to tell us, like, she's sending a mixed message. On one hand, she's saying, yo, we changed our minds. On the other hand, she's saying, yo, I just said that for the sake of conversation. This is a terrible response. Then she says,
yo, I speak for 2 hours, 3 times a week, every week for the past 5 years. I don't remember nor agree with half the stuff I've said in that time frame.
If you had the opinion, we're not asking you to agree with everything. But if you have any opinion that, yo, I hate this rapper for this reason, I don't like this rapper, yo, we're taking that as your honest opinion. It's fine you don't like Kendrick's voice. The issue isn't that you're not remembering what you said. The issue is you were trying to pass it off as if you never said it, as if people trying to spin narratives about you. It would have been better if she just didn't reply to this at all.
Once they got done with Damaris, they redirected their attention to Rory. Now with Rory, I'll be real, this is probably, now with Damaris, like the doxing and stuff like that, for the most part, you can't really ruin Damaris' life or career with pulling up clips of her saying she don't like Kendrick Lamar, right? That's not really cancelable. No, but they really try to ruin Rory's career. Like, they really went for the juggler with this one. So with Rory, they pulled up old tweets. I'm reading these tweets currently out of context. Rory hops on Twitter Spaces and eventually explains the context for almost every tweet that we're about to read. So in one tweet, Rory says, retweet G*_Greg, son. There are way worse baby names than Blue Ivy. Laugh my A off. Rory says, like the hood rat name Beyonce. In this tweet, I believe this was a reply to somebody. Rory wrote, "Your bitch fixing her makeup in my rims," N-word. In another tweet, Rory writes, "White guys like some ugly black chicks." In one tweet, it says, retweet at Yemeni Dirty. I've never saw a good looking black woman. In one tweet, it was retweet Natasha Flawless. Do your black mother and grandmother know you don't like black women? He wrote, nope. And this hit the timeline. A lot of people were like, hold on, man. This ain't the Irish McNasty we know. Well, what's going on here? Now, Rory took the Twitter spaces to kind of explain a lot of this. Now, some of the tweets he would say, yeah, like those were just like cringe jokes that I made that I shouldn't have made. But the other tweets, specifically the ones that says like retweet, he would have the help of Damaris, and they would actually break down how those particular tweets are actually out of context.
Okay, well, what this was, I guess it did start off as a joking matter, and then it got serious. And what I did, I'll be a hypocrite, I'll be a two-faced if I didn't say I think it'd be a golden opportunity for you to just apologize for whatever jokes may be insulting or offensive to black women, and just keep moving. Again, I'll speak once again. The disclaimer is I'll speak to the person that I've known for well over a decade, and Rory has never shown me.
Rocky, honestly, it would feel disingenuous if I apologize for something that I did not even say or mean whatsoever. That would be disingenuous. Like I'm not about to apologize for a tweet saying I find black women unattractive. Everyone on earth knows. The people that know me know exactly the complete opposite.
Rory, at least no more weave
Like,
jokes.
I'm not about to apologize for that. No, I'm not apologizing for that.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm on X via like my Safari, not the actual app. So the tweet referring where it says RT, I've never found a black woman attractive in my life. You know what? I'm not
apologizing because I don't even know. I think somebody.
Thank you. Damn, like I feel like I'm at work.
It's because I hate black women. That's why I keep cutting you off.
Cut me off. But you know what? Shout out to Peach just brought up to me. That wasn't even somebody tweeted that. I said that the wrong way. That was when you used to fake a RT that somebody said something like so that they could get canceled. You made a fake RT so that the person that you RT'd would get in trouble for like. It's hard to explain if you weren't on Twitter back then, but when you used to put RT and then like say somebody said something and they never said it. So that's what you were doing. Rory was trying to get the person that he said that to that he made like. That to me. But at the end of the day, don't waste your time explaining that because if people weren't around when all of that was happening, they just really won't understand. Like they just won't understand that.
I don't think that was a fake RT, Damaris. I think that before you had the repost button, you would tweet out RT and you
yes, I understand that.
No, but you can also fake the RT and put it at somebody else's at and say that they said this.
These tweets date as far back as 2011, between 2011 and 2014. I was in middle school in 2011, bro. I wasn't on Twitter like that in 2011. I'll be real with y'all. So that particular trend or era is far like before me. So I wouldn't know. I would probably rely on you guys who's watching this video, who was on Twitter at that time. Y'all tell me, was that a thing? Now, regardless though, what I would say is there's no excuse for the tweets. The tweets are wrong. I feel like Rory knows the tweets are wrong. Right? There's no excuse for it. But do I believe that those tweets are proof that Rory is a racist? I don't. I don't think Rory is a racist. I feel like Rory has a pretty solid track record over the last 10 years since he's been online or has been a public figure. So I don't believe that Rory is a racist. I'm not co-signing those tweets. I feel like those tweets are bad. They're wrong. And he shouldn't have wrote it. Even if it was a joke, he shouldn't have wrote it, said it, period. It stops there. Is he a racist? No, he's not. Do he hate black people? No, he's not. I think Rory has only dated black women, right? So I don't think Rory thinks black women are ugly, right? Because, his current girl, I think, is a black woman. His last girl was a black woman. So
I don't kiss no. I just talk. But let's have a conversation, Rory. Since you're so scared to actually talk about why you were sending out these tweets being anti-black. Do you think that you're a racist, Rory? When you think about the definition of racism or prejudices, let's get technical because you're a white man, right? You're gonna say, no, I don't have no power, or I'm not a racist. Do you think that you hold stereotypical prejudices when it comes to African American women? Let's start slow.
No.
Why not?
We're starting slow. What do you mean?
Why not? So why do you not believe that you hold stereotypical prejudices against black women? And before you answer, remember, we see your tweets. Weave black and lace front blonde, ghetto crayon colors. That sounds stereotypical. That sounds racist. That sounds like prejudices. Let's keep going. You're fixing her makeup in my rims. In the word. What's the N word, Roy? Is that nice? Is that nasty? Is that naughty? What's the N word, Rory? Can you say the N word, Rory?
No, that's why it says the N word. It's a
Okay,
Dom,
so
it's a
what's the
Dom
N word
Kennedy
then, Rory?
line, and
So
we were.
what?
It was
No,
a
no,
it
no.
was
I
a
didn't
thing on
ask you. I
Twitter
didn't
at the
ask you
time.
that. What's the N word,
The
Rory?
Dom Kennedy West Coast.
No, what's the N
That was
word, Rory? Why don't you answer questions, Rory? What's the N word?
I don't say the N word, sir.
Okay, I'm not talking.
You smoking this?
I'm not talking to you, black woman. Let me talk to Rory.
You smoking
If
this?
she never blew up, and you met a chick in the club named Beyonce, that money she'd have blue weave in. These are your tweets. So remember this, Rory. All right,
remember
You said
remember
Blue
this
Ivy,
because you
not
just
Beyonce. Blue Ivy.
lied to this face.
I still haven't seen this one that
I'm
you
just
guys
setting this space
told
up.
about,
You
but
see
yeah.
what I'm doing? See, you're not gonna be able to do that to me, white boy. They're gonna have to mute me. They're gonna have to kick me off the stage.
I'm
You
being
can't
very calm,
overtalk
sir.
me. You can't
I'm not
overtalk me,
trying
white
to.
boy. Your white ass might be where you think
Being
you're at, but
very
you can't
calm.
overtalk me, white boy. I'm in
Right.
this. I'm part of this. I'm about this shit, man. I live this. I am
Right.
this. I don't have to pretend this.
Okay.
So go ahead, white boy. Just be quiet. You said you were here for a conversation. Why are you talking over me?
A conversation means.
The conversation got serious. The conversation got serious. I ain't up here yelling at you. Now
Excuse
you're
me.
really
Didn't you
scared.
say that
That's
you
No,
what it
were?
really is.
Excuse
I'm
me.
not talking to you.
You're
I'm not
yelling.
talking to you. You need to stay out the
But didn't you say that
I'm
you
not
were
talking to you. You need
intelligent?
to stay out the
Intelligent people don't have
conversation.
to scream to get
I'm
their
not
point
talking to you. You
across.
need to stay out the conversation. I haven't threatened them yet. So you need to shut up.
No.
I thought.
So
Oh, okay.
back
Go ahead.
to what we're talking about.
Get at
The
it, dog.
question was, shut up, black woman. The question
Oh
was,
damn, the Rory ain't black
shut up,
woman, do
black
you?
woman.
All right,
Shut up, black
wait.
woman.
The Rory ain't black
Hey,
Shut up,
woman,
black
do
woman.
you?
yeah.
Are you gonna moderate the conversation? Or are you?
Those of you who thought the worst of Rory before this is still gonna think the worst of Rory. Those of you who didn't think the worst of Rory probably won't think the worst of Rory because of this situation. All right, I'm just being honest. Right now, what I would say though, what I did find pretty ironic here was the same group of people who gave a pass to Anthony Fantano and said that he was taken out of context, and Anthony Fantano, like, what do you mean, right? Like, those was 5-10 years ago. Oh my God, why y'all pulling up old stuff? Oh my God, y'all are desperate. Those same people are now trying to cancel Rory for old tweets as well, right? So again, man, y'all know my motto here, bruh. I'm all for be consistent, all right? Be consistent with your moral compass. If your moral compass is telling you that it doesn't matter how old it was, it doesn't matter the context, like they deserve to be canceled, then stick with that. But if your moral compass is telling you Anthony Fantano gets a pass for saying all type of N-words because you like him or because he's a pro Kendrick person and he hates Drake, so hence he gets a pass, but then you want to cancel Rory because Rory says that, like the Grammys should reward clips with album of the year. I don't know, man. All right. Like I said before, there's no excuse for what Rory tweeted. All right. There's no excuse whatsoever. But do I think Rory is racist? I don't. All right. I don't think Rory is racist, not one bit. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here to find out why Tasha K is currently being sued again for posting this. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. If you enjoyed this video and want to make videos like this, I got a step-by-step book on how to make $10,000 a month on YouTube and grow really fast using secrets that I believe only I know, because these are secrets that when I tell other YouTubers, their mind are blown. So click the link in my description to get your YouTube tutorial on how to grow really fast, okay? I'm going to see you guys in the description as well as this video right here somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.